Hey, Missing Midwest family. We wanted to start this episode off by just recognizing and honoring a good friend and sponsor to the podcast who passed away this week.
Wayne Stanley was the owner of Bo Digital. He was a sponsor for our podcast, and he was a really good friend of ours. He helped me a lot as I've been going through just like owning small businesses, the flower shop in Kokomo. We worked with him a lot with our marketing, and he's just been a huge supporter of Missing Midwest, our candles, basically anything that we've tried to do or we've done. Wayne was just like, he was a great friend, and he was always cheering us on. And so we just wanted to go on here. And I just wanted to say, Wayne, you will be greatly missed by many. Everyone you met was instantly enamored by your infectious smile, your humor, your creativity, and your ability to lead. I will miss our brainstorming sessions and making fun of my dad together. Your kindness, generosity, and caring spirit will live on in those that knew you. We will miss you.
At Bo Digital, we like to help our customers tell their unique story. My name is Wayne Stanley, and I'm the owner and founder of Bo Digital, and I'm here to share some of our story with you. When I was a kid, I would go around my grandparents' house and find things of theirs that I treasured, and I would put a tablecloth on their couch, and I would set up my own store. I would sell their belongings back to them, and I guess at that point, that's kind of when I knew I wanted to own my own business one day. Bo Digital is actually named after those grandparents, Glenn Vernon and Shirley Bo. They would be proud of the work that we're doing and the legacy that we're leaving through this company. Bo Digital can help companies of any shape and size, anywhere in the world, with custom marketing work. From logos, websites, social media content, newsletters, and video, we offer the exact custom resources and services that your small business needs. It can be hard for small business owners to spend time on marketing when everything else is calling their attention. That's what we're here for. Your marketing deserves a pro, so be sure to put a bow on it. I am proud that we help companies of all shapes and sizes and budgets of every scope. So be sure to visit bodigital.com so that we can help you with your story today, or engage with us on social media and see what we're all about.
This episode is sponsored by Nick Pate from State Farm. I'm Kayla Keith, and this is Missing Midwest, a true crime podcast about those that have gone missing. Today's story is about a young girl gone in the blink of an eye.
I mean, that's fast. Blink of an eye is fast.
Literally, this is like the smallest window for disappearance I think we've talked about.
Oof, I'm a timeline guy.
It was a very, very crappy timeline, just so you know, but it's like, yeah.
A short window, small window. Ooh, I hate it. Hate it already.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Announcements?
Listen, long sleeve tee weather is coming to an end pretty soon. We're like almost into summer.
No.
It's like just regular tee weather. But we've got some awesome merch.
Maybe I should get some tank tops for Missing...
Tanks? Bro tanks?
Bro tanks? Are those...
I don't think there's enough bros listening to Missing Midwest to do bro tanks. If you want a bro tank, you got to shout it out. You got to come to us.
I love tank tops.
I want the Midwest. I want the Missing Midwest bro tank. I'll sport it. I'll wear it.
I don't know if I'd let you wear bro tank.
What? Camping? I'm wearing bro tanks. Get out of here. Oh, man. We're selling candles. We'll ship you candles. Our candles are kind of awesome.
We do.
I love our candles. Whole House Candle Co. Yeah.
I've been painting lots. You can follow my art
We've
page.
been on the grind lately.
Literally, all the small businesses are just firing
We're
over
just
here.
crushing over here.
We're recording ahead on the podcast.
We're about to hit 40,000 downloads on the podcast. Hair flip.
Kayla K Art, shameless plug.
Smacking on
Making candles. It's farmers market season almost.
Brothers and Cards, booming with the weekly breaks and
Flower
stuff.
shop. Weddings. We're coming into wedding season as a florist. That's
And
crazy.
your boy here is just a couple weeks away from summer break. And that is when I'm really living my best. I love teaching. I love my students.
I'm working full time because my kids and my husband are home all the time. So I need to find a full-time job away from this house.
I love my job. And part of that lovable job is June and July.
I was going to say, you're a teacher. You get something.
I'm going to miss my class, though. My class is awesome. I'm going to miss my class.
Yeah.
They wrote persuasive essays last week on how to get me to come to 5th grade with them.
Aww.
It started out as like a joke. They like didn't want to do a persuasive essay. I'm like, you guys are trying to persuade me to go to 5th grade all the time. Why don't you write an essay about that? And they were like, bet. I was like, all right, there you go. There's your writing prompt. Persuade me to come to 5th grade. And then I read them and I was like, wow.
Oh, they get you in the heart.
That's getting right in the feels there, yeah. That's
so are you
pretty-
going to 5th grade?
I can't. It's not that easy. It's not that.
Oh,
But to them it is. They're like, what the heck?
yeah. You don't love them if you don't go.
Man.
Well, I don't know if we have any really other announcements.
No, let's run.
Subscriber content.
$5.
Still a thing. Only $5.
Almost to 80 episodes.
We just wrapped up yesterday with my top 3 craziest, creepiest killers, serial killers. When I say the craziest, I don't mean the most prolific ones. I don't mean the ones that have killed, thousands and hundreds of people or whatever. But I mean the scariest one. And I finished yesterday with David Parker Ray, aka the Toy Box Killer. And woof, the roughest episode, I think definitely top 3 roughest episodes we've done. We've done how many cases?
Man, almost 80 murdered Midwest and over 80 missing.
So like almost 200 cases. He's top 3 of like trigger warning. If you're going to subscribe, like that yesterday's episode, David Parker Ray, and I literally gave a trigger warning at the beginning of the episode because it's very, very violent and torture and sexual sadism and just like getting taken by David Parker Ray is probably one of the worst things that could happen to a human being. And it's just, he's awful. He was terrifying.
Albert Fish territory.
So Albert Fish and David Parker Ray are top 2 worst cases I've covered.
Man. I was
As in,
physically ill after the Albert Fish episode.
Albert Fish was bad. And that involved a kid, so that was rough.
I think that's probably why it hurt me. It was so hard for me.
As a parent. Yesterday's episode, there's no children, but like I said, he was a sexual sadist. And so like torture, rape, like total trigger warning for those things. Like I will not, if you subscribe and you skip that one, no hard feelings here. Like you can definitely skip it because I didn't even want to do it. It was bad. But I'm shocked at how many people have never heard of the Toy Box Killer. And like I said, he's like top 3 for me. So I had to cover it. And so that's what we did yesterday.
A subscriber content only episode that I would highly recommend is Israel Keys. Just because we've talked about him so many times in different episodes, including last week's Missing Midwest episode. But like we've said, there are just so many cases that he could potentially be the culprit of.
He cannot be a culprit of today's case, though, because this happened after Israel Keys died.
Oh, okay.
So this is a missing person that we know for a fact Israel Keys was not involved in. So
Okay.
Today, we are going to Rogersville, Tennessee.
Tennessee.
It is 1 hour from Knoxville.
We were in Wisconsin the last 2 weeks.
So, yes.
You left us with a cliffhanger last week.
I did leave you with a cliffhanger.
Some of our listeners are like, wait a minute here. Tennessee, Kayla, you crazy girl.
Let me get through my little intro here.
Put down your crochet hooks and figure it out.
I've been crocheting like crazy lately.
Moving on. Sorry, I didn't mean to distract you.
I love to crochet. I'm such a grandma. Rogersville, Tennessee. It's 1 hour from Knoxville. Super small town, like 4.3 thousand, I think is what I looked up. There's $4 generals.
That's a lot. For 4,000, that's a lot.
Yeah, for sure. It's the straight mountain people. Like,
It is their Walmart.
This is mountain territory. Like, this is like heart of the Appalachian Mountains. It is not like where I'm sitting here in my kitchen recording at my dining room table, and when I look out, I can see the lights from farmhouses
2
a
miles
mile
away.
and a half, 2 miles away, because there is not one hill. We're very, very rural here. They are more rural there. Mountain people type area.
Got it.
Creepy mountain people, possibly. We are talking about, we're going to start. So this is the case of Summer Wells. Have you heard of it?
I don't think I know what this is.
Okay. Donald Wells was her dad. And Candace Bly is the mother.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
Oh, goodness.
So if you listen to last week's episode, Candace Bly is the sister of Rose Bly.
Man.
So this family has 2 missing persons.
Oh, so she's the one who goes missing, or her daughter.
Her daughter, Rose's niece.
Woof.
Rose used to babysit Candace's older kids before she went missing.
Woof.
When they all lived in Wisconsin together. And then Candace gets married and moves to Tennessee, and then Candace's daughter goes missing when she was 5 years old.
Wait a minute. So
Candace's older sister.
coincidences here?
Right? So
I don't like him one bit. There was a lie involved.
we'll talk about it. We will talk about it. Because that's just like a crazy thing to me. Like to have one family with 2 missing persons cases, 2 active missing person cases was wild. So Candace Bly, Donald Wells, they're weird. I'm just gonna start off. I'm saying it like they're freaking weird. They have a weird house.
Okay.
I watched interviews where they like give this tour and stuff. The inside is weird. The outside is weird. It's very Tennessee mountain like.
They are the people.
It looks worn down.
Hit the old Google search on Candace Bly, and they're weird.
Right?
Yep.
The house is kind of like, it's not a shack. It's a structure. It's a structure. I'll give it that. It's just kind of like haphazardly like put together. Like, let's put a piece of wood here maybe, and like
Let's paint some of the walls.
let's paint half of the. There's like in an interview, Candace is like giving a tour of the house, and she literally has to like get on her hands and knees and crawl down a ladder to get to Summer's bedroom in the basement.
Hate when that happens.
Very strange. So Summer's bedroom was in the basement, and there was a door down there that also went outside because it was kind of like built into the side of a hill type thing. They lived on like 11.5 acres, so like a huge, like most of it was wooded. It weird. They're weird. I don't know. I'm sorry.
They look
Donald and
weird.
Candace, if you're listening, you're weird.
Call me judgmental. They look weird.
Well, when your life gets splayed across, I mean, this was a huge in the media.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. People get to, they're going to look at you because you're all over the media, and they're going to say whether or not you are weird. And these people were weird. Donald and Candace had Summer Wells on February 4th, 2016. Okay. They had 3 older boys, which I said, Rosemarie Bly used to babysit those boys.
When they were in Wisconsin.
On June 15th, 2021, Summer was 5 years old, and this is what happened according to Summer, okay? So she was outside planting flowers around her mom's trailer, Candace Bly. So
Okay.
Candace's mom was named Candace.
Okay. So there's 2. Okay. I'm trying to check.
Candace was the oldest daughter,
Okay.
and Rose was her younger sister.
Got it.
So Candace, the grandma, is living in a trailer camper type thing on the property.
Okay.
Very, very close to the main house where Candace lived with her husband and her 4 kids.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now Candace Wells.
So yeah, now Candace, well, no, they're not married.
Okay. Okay.
Grandma Candace, so her oldest daughter,
Summer's grandma.
or her youngest daughter, Rose, went missing,
Yes.
and her granddaughter, Summer,
Yes.
went missing. And she lives there.
Yes.
Tracking?
I'm with you.
So they said that the front door of this house was less than 20 feet to the trailer, the camper.
Okay.
Which made me be like, why did you put a camper so close to your
Yeah.
home? But whatever, that's not completely irrelevant. That's just me judging your camper placement. So they're outside. They're planting flowers around this trailer with grandma, mom, and little Summer, okay? And the grandma had given Summer a piece of candy, and Summer asked if she could go inside to play with her brothers. And so Candace said she walked about halfway back to the house with Summer, and she yelled at the boys inside, like, hey, watch your sister for a while. And then she went back to her mom's trailer because her mom had a knee brace and she needed help with it. And she said she saw Summer go inside the house. She turned around. She helped her mom with this knee brace. She said it took 2 minutes, like literally 2 minutes. She turned around and she walked back into the house. She walks back inside. She sees the 3 boys. Where's your sister? And they said she went downstairs. So she went downstairs. She was not there. She walked outside. She was not there. She said she immediately called Donald at work and told him that I can't find Summer. And Donald said, you need to call the police. So she went back inside. They did not have a phone signal here, like, because we're in the mountains, right? Her mom had a cell phone. that worked. That was the only phone on the property that had signal. And so she went back to the mom's trailer, again, not that far, and she called 911, okay? And told them, like, she can't find her daughter. So after she hangs up the 911, the police are on the way. She sent her sons to the creek with, quote, a knife and a walkie-talkie down to the creek. Go look for your sister down at the creek, okay? She then went to the neighbor's house and asked them for help looking. So when Donald gets home, he said that the police are there looking, and the neighbors and everybody, and they cannot find Summer. The police search everywhere all day, all night.
I'm going to pause right here.
Yeah.
I buy none of that. I don't buy one freaking piece of that story. None of it.
I literally said, I don't believe any of this.
Yeah.
In my notes.
I was like, I'm gonna let her finish, and then you were like, they started looking all day. I'm like, let me stop it.
No,
they're wasting their time.
No, that's it. They're looking everywhere. So now, that's what Candace says. Okay, that's literally Candace is adamant that Summer went missing in a 2-minute window.
Like this is both Candaces, right? Like the mom and the daughter were.
So yeah, I mean, the mom is the one that the grandma Candace was in her trailer when she went to the trailer, did the knee brace thing. But mom Candace is like, I saw her walk in the house. I was gone for 2 minutes, and when I came back, she was not in the house. So that, and like you said, like you and pretty much the rest of the entire internet is like, I believe nothing. I do not believe that story at all. That is just so. And honestly, explain to me about that. Like, what don't you agree with?
I mean, I think that the whole story is made up. I don't think there's any part of it.
Okay, it just feels off.
Yeah, if your daughter goes into the house.
Okay, but like none of it is like unbelievable though. Like I sent my kid in. I do that. Like I sent my kid into the house. I went back in the house. She wasn't there. I looked around for her. I went to the backyard. She was gone. I called my husband. My husband told me to call 911. I called 911. Like it's a believable story, but yet it's not.
Well, here's one of my problems. Your kid said she went downstairs, and then you immediately start calling for help. You call your husband at work. I can't find her. I haven't found her for 2 minutes.
Went downstairs.
I know, but then it said that she called her husband like immediately. Like I feel like I would do more of an extensive look.
Yeah, it's just something's not right about it.
Yeah,
like, I can't put my finger on it, but I just, and the internet is with us. Like it just feels off. And like when you break it down and look at it, like the order of events were correct. Like I noticed my kid was missing. I looked around for her. I would probably call you because you don't want to like jump to conclusions.
Right.
Like I would probably call my husband, and then once you get like the second opinion of somebody, like no, you need to call the police. And
validation.
Validation.
Yeah.
Then she called the police, and then she sent her kids to go look, and then she got the help of the like it all tracks, but yet it doesn't.
No, I don't think it tracks. to me, it just seems like a hasty, like
I don't know. It's weird. It's very weird.
Did you know the Jefferson House of Flowers has been a local Kokomo florist for almost 100 years? Our trained designers make beautiful arrangements for literally any occasion. You can send flowers for any reason. Birthdays, anniversaries, get well, congratulations. The list goes on. We make flowers for funerals, weddings, proposals, and even proms. Let's be honest. Receiving flowers, whether you're at home or at your work, it makes you feel special. You get butterflies and you feel loved, and that's what sending flowers is all about, the feeling it creates. Call us at 765-452-8269 and let us create something special and send it out for you. Or you can stop in and see us at 4300 West, 100 North Kokomo. We always have a cooler full of flowers that are ready to go, as well as a boutique full of gifts. Shop local, support local, and send flowers.
So the TBI, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigation, gets involved it's like the Indiana State Police, obviously.
Okay.
Like they get involved pretty like ASAP, okay, on this. And tons of searching, Johnny. Like this entire property, the 11 and a half acres is big, but like they searched it. Dogs, drones, horses, they searched it. And they didn't find anything. No evidence that Summer was ever taken from this property. Like, and they had nothing. But they also don't have Summer. Like they cannot find her anywhere.
Yeah.
So the Hawkins County Sheriff's Department officer, he said that the Wells have cooperated fully and that they've both passed polygraphs. but there is no evidence that Summer was kidnapped or abducted. Now, the Wells, Donald and Candace, say she was taken. Like, they believe that she used that door to go outside from her bedroom, because there's like a door in her bedroom, and that she was taken from the yard.
Even though she just saw her go inside.
Yeah. So there was a tip from a woman, a neighbor, and her teenage child. They told police that they did hear a scream about an hour before Summer went missing.
Really?
Yeah. There was also a vehicle spotted in the area that police would like to talk to this person. They have never found him, though. They said it was described as a red or a maroon Toyota truck with ladders on the back. And it was just in the area. It does not mean it might not even be related to the case.
Yeah, sure.
But they just want to talk to this person to see if, like, they
Small town. Other people were like, this didn't fit.
Yeah, which is weird to me that nobody knows what this car is in such a small area, but also, like, whatever. So, like I said, I don't like it. You don't like it. The internet does not like it. It feels off. This timeline is just too... I don't know. What is it?
Hey, it's hasty to me. Like, I just feel like the order of events would have been much different. And then, like, here's a knife. Go find your sister. Like, that. I don't like that either.
So pretty much everyone blames the parents. The Wells had to leave their community. Like, they can't, the harassment, the threats, like the dad couldn't find work, blah, 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 crazy. Which it sucks if they aren't responsible, okay? If they're not responsible for Summer's disappearance, like, that sucks that they have literally, like, not only lost their daughter, but had to move because people were being so mean to them.
Yeah.
But Candace, in an interview, like the week after, she refers to Summer in the past tense.
Not good.
She says that she was the happiest little girl, and everyone's like, was?
Yeah.
Excuse me, why did you say that?
Yeah.
Also, bombshell. 1 month after Summer's disappearance, Candace and Donald lost custody of their other 3 boys.
Wait a minute.
Yeah. That says a lot.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to lose your kids. It's gross, actually, how hard it is to lose your children.
As a married couple, no less.
They're not married.
I mean,
keep saying
okay, but they're living together. Mom and dad. Yeah. Is he the biological father of these kids?
Yeah.
It's getting taken away from both parents. That's hard.
Yeah.
That is, like, extremely hard to do.
Yeah. Now, no one has ever said why, but I have to assume that it's what they found in the house when the police were searching. Like, I just sense, like, tons of neglect. And everything that I read and all the pictures that I saw, like, it just screams neglect, okay? When Summer went missing, her head was actually shaved because she had lice. And rather than just, like, treating it, they shaved her head, which I think is terrible. Like, to me, that's
so
neglect.
sad.
That's neglect.
So sad.
Like, you can treat lice without shaving a little girl's.
I was going to say, boys a little different.
Boys are different.
But that's so sad.
Come on. But it's pretty conclusive, like, that these kids were not living in great conditions, okay? Which, in my opinion, leads to, like, the perfect storm for a kidnapping. Like, these kids aren't being watched closely, they're underprivileged, someone sees her. But my next sentence is also the perfect storm for the parents to do something, either on purpose or an accident, and cover it up. So, I don't know. The internet, I mean, I would say it definitely leans more toward the parents have done something. A lot of people think that there was an accident and they just covered it up. A lot of people think that maybe there's theories out there that, like, Candace was jealous of Summer, like, because Donald gave her a whole bunch of attention because she was his little girl. There's mountain people theories. One person online said, quote, "I live in this area and there are some weird things and weird people in those woods." Woof. I do not like that. You know how I feel about mountain people. There's also a theory that she just ran away and simply got lost. And I mean, there's bears. We've talked about these woods before. Like, we have talked about how the Appalachians, like, you can literally be talking to somebody 10 feet away and you can't even hear them because it is just so dense and thick of a forest. And so people think maybe she just disappeared. Maybe she ran away. Maybe she got lost. Maybe she got hurt.
And why have a really stupid story?
I think the odds are that Summer's very close to that house somewhere. Her remains, unfortunately.
Yeah, I agree. That's exactly what I think.
Yeah.
But they moved?
I didn't even like follow. I don't know where they are or what they're doing right now.
Yeah.
I just know that like this is a very open and active case.
I have a lot of questions.
As does everyone involved in this case.
Well, I have a podcast, so I get to ask them.
You can ask them to me. I don't know if I'll know them, but I'll try.
Sure. So, do we know the last time she was seen alive by somebody outside of her family?
No.
Because this,
Which is what people are like.
how long? I mean,
So there's a picture that they have that they said was taken earlier that day. She had like fallen asleep on like some milk jugs, like jugs of milk,
comfy.
like in the back of a car. She'd like fallen asleep on it, and they thought it was funny, and so they took a picture of her. They said that was earlier that day. Some people have theorized that she was
Sleep, huh?
yeah. Some people theorize that she wasn't asleep in that picture. But yeah, I don't know when. That's what other people are like. Who's to say this girl didn't die a long freaking time ago, and they just came up with this story?
Because like, I don't like the runaway theories because why have the stupid story?
So the thing, like the parents' behavior is just so weird in this case because like, so after this happened, they get their kids taken away. Donald actually went to jail for like 180 days, I think they said, for like
Neglect.
drinking and driving, and there was like a domestic violence charge and stuff because it was a very like like I said, neglect, not a good situation. And so he like wrote these letters from like jail, and like he wrote a letter like addressed to like the people, and he talked about like his daughter and like how he knows that he wrote a letter to like the abductors and saying like he knows somebody took her and like begging him then to bring her back. And then he wrote a letter to Summer and told her that like he would see her again one day, whether it was on earth, and if not on earth, he would see her in heaven. And like it was just like the strangest behavior. They've been on Dr. Phil. And Dr. Phil did not go well for them because Candace was like changing her story, and it was it was a terrible interview. And like I said, it just has been off from the get-go. And like you said, it feels like just the story is not consistent here. And so I think that's pretty much the conclusion that everybody has. But they've been cleared. Like the cops have cleared them, which is just strange to me.
Another question I have. Do the kids corroborate this stupid story?
So after they were taken, they said that the kids were interviewed after they got taken out of the home.
Yeah.
That was all been kept under wraps. They have not released what those interviews.
Man.
Aside from the kid, the boys said she came inside and went to her room. Like the boys said that she was like in her room, but they were playing video games, they said. And she said they'd been playing them all day. And I just pictured these like kids, 3 boys.
Yeah, I think I saw her coming
sitting there.
Yeah.
With their my child, we don't even do video game. Like Truman has one video game, and he gets very limited screen time on it. He's on it, man. The house could burn down. Who would know? I'm telling you, they're locked in. And so like, I don't think these boys know anything I don't think they know at all if their sister walked by or not.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like it was so hasty and the like, oh,
yeah,
2 minutes. Like
it's weird. That's what I'm saying.
Like, listen, if I don't see my kids in 2 minutes, like I might feel a little panicked, but I'm going to look at like 46 places before I like freak out.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It sounds rehearsed.
So,
I mean, what are the odds of this family having 2 missing people, though?
So then, like, that's my question number 3. Like, okay.
They have said not related. So Rose, the Wisconsin police have said they are aware of what happened with Summer Wells. They do not think it's related to their case involving Rose Marie Bly. The Tennessee police said that, it's been brought to their attention that Rose's aunt is a missing person from Wisconsin. They do not believe that they are connected. Both of these police departments have said no connection.
So we think there's a 0% chance that Rose ran away and took Summer?
Rose went missing in 2009.
Yeah.
Oh, you think she just showed back up?
I mean, if you ran away and had family and like were keeping tabs on them, and you saw that this little girl was living in this crap situation.
That's far-fetched, Johnny.
I mean, I just...
So, like, Rose was a mountain person stalking her family from the woods. She saw her niece, whom she just never met before, playing outside and snatched her. That's so far. Come on.
I mean, I don't think kidnapping. I think like,
Trying to save her.
yeah,
That's still extremely far.
it just,
That's dumb.
yeah, okay. I'm just
Come
saying,
on.
it's just as dumb as there being 2 missing people in a single family.
I don't know. I think that's just. You're right. I don't like
I said,
coincidences.
do we think there's a 0% chance? I
I
didn't
think
say
there's a 0% chance that Rose has been missing for what is that? What's the difference between 2009 and 2021?
12 years.
12 years. You think Rose has been missing for
I-
12 years?
I-
Nobody's seen her. or
Listen,
heard from
my
her,
leading
and
theory-
She shows back up and kidnaps her niece, who she didn't know existed.
My leading theory
I mean,
on the Rose case was that she ran away. I'm not saying this is my leading theory on this
stop
one.
trying to connect these.
It just,
not
it seems
connected.
weird. It seems weird that
weird.
they're not connected.
It's definitely weird. I don't know how they would be connected, Johnny.
That's why I don't either. That's why I'm throwing that puzzle piece out there.
Rose had been missing for years before Summer was even born.
Yeah. But she cared about the kids. She'd babysit the older kids. Right?
I mean, I need to figure out what the timeline would be because so the ages and the names of the boys have never been released.
Mm.
Judging by pictures, they look to be like
Teenagers.
teen, preteen, and so like 12 years tracks. Probably, yeah. So Rose was in high school, I guess, when Candace had kids, and she used to. I read that she used to babysit them for Candace, and so it was her mom that was there. But like, look at that cycle of abuse. If you listen to last episode, so mom Candace apparently abused her husband, and then Rose was abusive to her husband, and then we have Candace in this like abusive relationship with like lots of domestic violence calls and files and stuff between her and Donald.
And then their kids get taken away from
Kids are
neglect.
getting taken away. Yeah, it's wild. I don't think that we can think that Rose was watching this family from the mountains.
I mean, fair.
But it would be super nice if Rose and Summer were just living their best life together. Aunt Rose came and saved her.
But
like, why would she not take the other kids?
girl, not boy. I don't know. It's all weird. It's all weird. Everything's bad about this.
It's sad. Summer's still missing. She's super cute. There's pictures of her. We'll post her. We'll share her. Her case is still very active, and Rose's case is still active, honestly. I mean, cold,
Yeah.
but active. I mean, they're not closed cases. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, I feel like I've been in this like era of like, I did Israel Keys is just this crazy roadmap of missing people. And like Rose's name came up in Israel Keys. And then while I was researching Rose, I found about Summer, and I have all of my cases recently are just this like tangled web of connections. And so I don't know where I'll go from here. I'm not sure what next week holds. I'll let you know next week. So tune in and
I'm trying to think of like if we've ever had cases ever
connect.
where there's different missing people from the same family.
I don't think so.
I feel like there's one. I feel like there is one.
I'm sure there is out there.
But I can't
I don't
remember
know
what
if
it
we've
is.
covered it.
I feel like I remember this happening before, but I don't know. Strange for a million reasons.
So you think there has to be a connection? You don't think that two people can go missing from one family?
I don't think that. I think it's a hard coincidence to understand though.
That's very weird.
And so
If you want to go down a rabbit hole, though, man, just get online and look at the Summer Wells case because, like I said, some weird people. Sorry, not sorry. These parents were weird. I don't think they should have their kids. I think taking the kids away was definitely what needed to happen.
I wonder if Rose thought so too.
Oh my God.
It's not a strong theory. It's just, again, trying to find some way to connect them. That's the only way I can think of.
That's a long connection there,
Yeah,
Johnny.
I'm with you. I agree.
Let us know what you guys think. I think if you just look up Summer Wells on Google, you guys will be like, yep, parents, you'll be on our page. We will see you guys next week.
See you next week. This podcast is a So.Will.I.Studos production. So will I.
Are you ready to upgrade to the home that fits your family best? Take the first step of that process by giving my girl Stacy Westfall a call. She's partnered with Apple Tree Realty in Howard County, where they have the knowledge and resources to help you reach your goals. Stacy has quickly become a successful realtor in our area, and I am so proud of her. She's not just a friend of mine, she's also a mother and a local firefighter. Buying and selling a house is stressful, and having someone professional and trustworthy in your corner can make all the difference. Give Stacy a call today at 765-461-1243 and follow her on Facebook at Stacy Westfall Realtor.